Hey everybody, Congressman Mark Green, welcome to Whiteboard Wednesday, and this week there's a lot of discussion and both factually correct information and on some stuff that's not necessarily factually correct about how the United States government has responded. And so I wanted to talk about the decisions that are made about the Russian invasion of Ukraine, and of course everyone recalls that there was an invasion during 2014 and then in 2022, right? So the first invasion, taking Crimea, certain areas in the eastern regions, occurred under Obama presidency when Joe Biden was vice president, and then again when Biden was president. Well, the Ukraine spending first started in 2016. Well, actually, it was there was other spending programs, but there was a program created in the DoD, so money coming inside the Department of Defense budget that provided certain training and equipment to the Ukrainians. And that's where we joked a lot about Obama gave blankets and Trump gave Javelin missiles. And it was just the difference between the two administrations. But of course, the invasion occurred in 22, and the first supplemental was for $13.6 billion, and I actually voted no on that one. Then we had another supplemental that was 522, so May 2022, that was $40.15 billion. I voted yes for that. And the reason I voted yes for this one was because a lot of the money stayed in the United States on this. We increased our Javelin production line, so we actually created new manufacturing lines inside the United States, creating jobs in the United States. Stinger production. We hadn't been making Stinger missiles for 20 years, so we did that. We funded the 101st Airborne Divisions, moved to Poland and Romania, and among other military units that once the invasion occurred, we moved people to the NATO countries because Putin said, I'm going after Poland and Latvia and those countries also. So we sent guys to defend them. Now, I understand there's some pushback on that, but I will tell you that when we got attacked in 9/11, I stood side by side British SAS soldiers, Polish soldiers, who all responded and went to Afghanistan and Iraq for us. So that $4 billion to put our troops in the NATO countries, I thought was a good thing. So I voted yes on that one. In December, there were actually two more votes. One was $12.5 billion, the continuous appropriation supplemental for Ukraine. I voted no for that one. And in December, there was a second one, $47.37 billion. I voted no for that one. Now, the current decision that has to be made, and again, my decision-making process was I voted yes for this because of the money that stayed in the United States and supported our military, and interestingly enough, the 101st Airborne Division is in my district. So on the current vote, we've got a DoD program, this same DoD program that's funded every year. Last year was $800 million. This year in this appropriation is $300 million. Now what this money is, it's for parts, repairing equipment that we've already sent them, funding our troops that are there, training them. Now there is an amendment that will strip this $300 million off the DoD approach, make it a second bill to vote for. And I'm hopeful that happens. But these dollars all go to the U.S. military in support of what we're doing for Ukraine. And so, decision-making process. For me, no, yes on this because of the deployment of our soldiers from my district, of course, and then all the money to create jobs in America and improve. There's actually a piece of this that actually increases our own stockpile, which I thought was excellent. Now, I did want to correct one other thing. This is the military funds or military equipment that have been sent by our allies to Ukraine by percent of GDP. Because if the United States was carrying the whole burden, well, that would be ridiculous. But if you look at the nations that have given, the United States is actually pretty far down the list in the percent of our GDP in support of this. What this reveals to me is there are some allies who are not pulling their weight, like France at 0.03. I mean, that is not appropriate. That's Italy. I mean, these are two European countries that are in the G7, and look at their support for this, pushing back on this Russian invasion. So I just wanted to take a moment and sort of make sure that everybody understood the facts. There have been 1, 2, 3, 4 supplemental votes. I was a no, yes, no, no. And again, my criteria for making the decision, we're spending money inside the United States here and we're funding our troops. And then this program is money going to our troops supporting the actions that they're doing. Where the United States actually is, that's Whiteboard Wednesday.